It's Tuesday, July 7th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the Canadian Patrol Submarine Project. A partnership with a German company to build 12 new submarines for Canada's Navy officially launched in Halifax Monday news evening. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And summer fun at the Maritime Museum. We visit the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic to find out what's making waves for the weeks ahead. That's in our 7 o'clock hour.
Plus, summer essentials. Our partner and lifestyle contributor, Charlotte Singman, is here to share some of her favorite items. All that and so much more just ahead on the Tuesday edition of Your Morning Atlantic.
Well, good morning. Come on in and join us. It's Tuesday, July 7th. So glad you're here. We got Brianne Foley in this week in the news desk, news chair, news pedestal thing. Pedestal. Standing table with wheels on it. I don't know what
it is a pedestal.
Yeah, it's a pedestal.
Yeah, if you can't see it, but it is a pedestal. That's a very accurate description.
And you're on the pedestal this week.
I'm on the pedestal, trying to fill some big shoes.
Yeah,
because
Amanda's off.
Amanda is off living her best summer life, which we love for her.
Haven't heard behind her hair of her. I know she's with her family, so that must mean she's really relaxing and having fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Did you get out and enjoy the day yesterday, Latavia?
Not much. No. Yeah, kind of exhausted coming off the weekend.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just chilled at home. What about you guys?
You know what? I actually did have a glorious nap, which is rare for me.
Me too. Yeah, very rare for me.
Glorious nap. I brought the dogs upstairs, and we both all cuddled in, had a lovely nap together.
I did weather.
Yeah.
Yes, we're very busy.
I did get out for a run after that, though. It was beautiful, 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 beautiful day.
Yes.
It was stunning.
Just perfect summer weather. What are we looking at today?
Much of the same, but it's heating up. For the Maritime region, and parts of Newfoundland and Labrador will see a warm up as well. There are heat warnings in place for parts of Labrador. Here's a live look at South Maitland. So it is a very foggy, cloudy start to the day. Fog will burn off. Cloud coverage will continue to clear out. Lots of sunshine in store for South Maitland as well as all three Maritime provinces. 14 degrees to start your day in Halifax with 15 in Charlottetown, 12 degrees right now in Fredericton, 11 degrees in Labrador City, and 12 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at those heat warnings across parts of Labrador this afternoon until Wednesday evening. So we are starting to see a warm up, holding on to sunshine for much of the region. The UV index has now climbed, tracking high to very high across the Maritime region. Also climbing for Newfoundland and Labrador, tracking high throughout your day today. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. You can see here not really much to show you. A bit of cloud coverage starting off the day, a bit of fog early in the morning. That will burn off. As I mentioned, clouds will clear out. Lots of sunshine across Atlantic Canada today with a bit of a warm up. So it's going to be a quite beautiful day ahead. In terms of our wind forecast, starting off quite light, will continue to pick up into the afternoon. As of right now, 26 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 17 in Moncton with 15 in Sydney, 13 in Charlottetown. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take a look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. Canada is going ahead and spending billions on a massive defense project, and the event was held in Halifax Monday evening, where Prime Minister Mark Carney announced a German-based company that has been selected to build 12 new submarines for the Royal Canadian Navy. The Canadian Patrol Submarine Project is being billed as a step to strengthen and renew the Canadian Navy's underwater capabilities and to ensure a sustained presence in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. While promising to create thousands of jobs and drive economic opportunities for decades, the project is expected to cost more than $100 billion over its lifetime. The first of the new submarines won't be available and delivered until 2034. They'll replace the aging Victoria-class fleet. The final bids to build the submarines came down to two countries, including Korea and Germany. Ultimately, the German-based company was selected. The Prime Minister had this to say.
The sovereignty of our country, bounded by 3 oceans and the world's longest coastline, depends on our maritime capabilities. And I want to salute the women and men of Canada's Navy for leading that. We need to give them the right equipment, the right tools, the right capacities to do their jobs. And first, we need to be aware of what's in, what's over, what's under our vast territory. And that's why we're investing in a new fleet of P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft. That's why we're investing in Arctic over-the-horizon radar. Secondly, we obviously need to be able to defend those waters, which is why we're building 15 River-class destroyers and an entirely new fleet of polar icebreakers and Arctic patrol vessels. And it's why we're here today, to announce an ambitious investment in new best-in-class submarines.
The decision includes extensive promise of an economic spinoff for the Canadian economy. CTV's Paul Hollingsworth tackles the implications for Halifax in particular.
When he first heard about the contract for Canada's new submarine fleet, Ken Hansen says it was also a message from our country to the rest of the world.
We are serious and we are coming.
And Halifax will play a central role going forward. A retired commander with the Royal Canadian Navy, Hansen now works as a defense analyst and researcher. He says the rollout will be slow. It will take years before new submarines appear in Halifax Harbor.
The first thing people will see will be the infrastructure development.
To produce an expanded Navy footprint in a city that has a naval tradition going back almost 3 centuries. The new submarine contract is expected to create thousands of jobs. Hansen says many of them will likely be in Halifax.
This is fantastic economic news for the city. It reminds me of Edmonton when the oil boom started.
This announcement comes as Halifax is experiencing population growth and the shipbuilding industry has been busy producing Navy and Coast Guard vessels.
It's a good thing for Halifax. I think it puts us back on that map.
University professor Ed McHugh worked for 25 years with the Nova Scotia Community College. McHugh says building the new fleet of submarines will require an influx of workers. He expects young people in this area to pursue skilled trades programs.
If I was looking ahead and predicting where I could get a job and stay in Atlantic Canada, I'd certainly have a real hard look at some of the trades courses.
There are questions about where a new submarine facility will be built. Halifax's shoreline is already crowded with Navy ships and buildings, which means other locations on both sides of the harbor will need to be considered. Paul Hollingsworth, CTV News, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Thank you, Paul. Halifax Mayor Andy Fillmore spoke with CTV News after the deal for the submarines was announced and calls it a generational investment that will bring great economic opportunities and jobs for the region for decades to come.
Over the next 30 or 40 years, this could have a $100 billion impact on infrastructure, on the training of sailors, the supply lines, the maintenance of the submarines. All of these people that are going to be living and working here are going to need a place to call home. They're going to need an apartment or a home. They're going to need a bus or a road to get to work on. They're going to need to have a city that is affordable to live in. So we have our work cut out for us. Halifax will be ready. We do this well. We have been called upon by our federal government and by the world repeatedly throughout our history to step up and perform. We're being called again today. And I have great confidence that we will meet the call.
A busy section of Herring Cove Road in Halifax was closed off last evening around the dinner hour as a pedestrian was hit in the road. Halifax police responded to this section of Herring Cove Road near Melwood Avenue, not far from the Armdale Rotary. Police say a pedestrian and a driver of a motor vehicle were involved in a collision. Traffic was being rerouted in the area. There's no word from police on any injuries or charges. Another motor vehicle collision closed this section of Dunbrack Street near Osborne Street in Halifax. The 3-vehicle collision included a sedan that had flipped over on its roof, and the traffic light was taken down. Halifax Fire, Police, and EHS were on scene. Police say no one involved were injured. Fire crews in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley responded to a tractor fire in a farmer's field along the dikes in Port Williams on Monday. The Greenwich Fire Department received the call just after 3:30 p.m. Deputy Fire Chief Chris McKenzie told CTV News the fire started on a tractor working in the field. Crews were able to quickly contain the fire, which was limited to the tractor and around a 20-foot radius of grass surrounding the machine. No injuries were reported. Greenwich Fire was assisted by fire crews from Port Williams, Wolfville, and Kentville. New Brunswickers want better access to water and easier access to permits. That's according to a new report released by the province. 600 people weighed in on the issue at a public meetings, conversation, and an online survey. A big issue was lack of easy-to-follow information, while others called for more enforcement and better protection of drinking water sources.
People want better and stronger protection of water, long-term sustainability for our water, our drinking water, and our water in the province.
This comes as the province seeks to renew the Clean Water Act, which hasn't been updated almost 4 decades. The Environment Minister hopes to implement changes this time next year. And finally, a clash of soccer titans Monday as Spain defeated Portugal, bringing an end to one superstar's World Cup career.
Ferran Torres, we might not need extra time.
That late goal made it 1-0 Spain, knocking Portugal and captain Cristiano Ronaldo out of the tournament. The 41-year-old has played and scored in 6 straight World Cups, the first player to reach that accomplishment. His first World Cup appearance was 20 years ago in 2006, and he has said that this would be his last. The iconic number 7 said post-game he was thankful for all soccer has done for him, and as a soccer nation, we are thankful for his contributions to the beautiful game.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Bittersweet moment.
For sure. He still looks like he's in excellent condition, but it's better to go when you're on top, for sure.
Head to toe, excellent condition.
Yeah, like he's just really an extraordinary athlete.
He is. And his family has gone through a lot as well.
Yeah.
He'd get a free drink at this cafe in Mexico. It's the perfect place to drown any World Cup sorrows. The Losers Cafe is giving fans a chance to claim a free drink if your country has been knocked out of the World Cup.
There we go.
All you have to do is show up and show your national team shirt. I think Ronaldo wouldn't even need to do that. He'd probably be recognized right away.
Maybe.
Right?
Just possibly. That is amazing.
Right?
God love it.
Oh
I mean,
gosh.
all 3 host nations have been knocked out of the tournament at this point.
I know.
It's been an exciting tournament, and you can watch all the action on CTV, TSN, and Crave. But a little reminder that today is one of the days that coverage is going to impact our news show. So CTV News at 5 and CTV News at 6. They're going to move to CTV 2. You can get the details at that link or at ctvnewsatlantic.ca. It's just, we'll still have news. It's just going to be on this channel instead. So easy for you. You don't have to change things.
Yeah, just stick with us.
Stick with us.
All day. Great. Well, up next, we have a look at your national and international headlines on this Tuesday morning. And Latavia will have a full look at our forecast. And I'm feeling sunshine.
Yeah.
Yay.
Sunshine. Well, here's a live look at Fredericton. Beautiful start to the day. Calm skies. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada, and happy Tuesday. The time now is 6:15. We're taking a live look at Charlottetown. 15 degrees to start your day. Lots of sunshine sticking around. It's going to be quite beautiful to head outside and soak up that sunshine. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. A warmer start to the day than we saw yesterday morning. As of right now, it is 14 degrees in Halifax, 11 starting off your day in Fredericton, 11 also into Labrador City, 16 degrees in Happy Valley Goose Bay, and 12 degrees starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a heat warning in effect for parts of Labrador this afternoon until Wednesday evening. We are going to see a bit of mugginess moving into that province. In terms of our forecast timeline, we are going to see a bit of a cloudy and foggy start to the day for parts of the Maritime region. Fog will burn off, cloud coverage will clear out, lots of sunshine extending across Atlantic Canada throughout the day today. Into the afternoon, we do have a chance of showers moving in for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador, going to be quite light and spotty in its activity. A risk of thunderstorms for parts of Newfoundland. Other than that, though, increasing cloudiness for the Maritime region, specifically across much of Nova Scotia, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. For tonight, temperatures will cool down just a bit. We do have a low chance of showers that will return into parts of the southwestern region of Nova Scotia. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, going to remain quite light, as I had mentioned, for both Newfoundland and Labrador. For a forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will be heating up, ranging from 21 degrees in Grand Manan up to 31 in Miramichi. Lots of sunshine, even though we have increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. For Prince Edward Island, lots of sunshine throughout your day today. Highs will range from 25 degrees in Surrey up to 29 degrees in Tignish. Wind out of the southwest only getting up to 20 kilometers per hour. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, lots of sunshine for you as well today, so keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out. The UV index will track high to very high across the maritime region. As of right now for Cape Breton Island, those daytime highs will range from 21 degrees in Canso up to 29 in Sydney. Wind gusts picking up into the afternoon to 40. For the rest of Nova Scotia, looking at highs ranging from 22 degrees all the way up to 27 in Middleton and Kentville. A mix of sun and cloud today. A low chance of showers will return into the Tri-County area into the evening. For Labrador City, we're looking at a high of 28 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud. 22 for St. John's, Newfoundland. Lots of sunshine. We do have a chance of scattered showers moving in into the afternoon with a risk of thunderstorms. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. We start in BC, where a woman caught on camera allegedly sleeping at the wheel is raising eyebrows about the safety of certain high-tech vehicles. CTV's Craig Krause has the story.
A shocking video captured on Highway 1 between Golden and Revelstoke over the weekend. A woman can be seen in the driver's seat of this Tesla. She appears to be asleep at the wheel, with several people inside the car, including children.
When I looked, I was like, that lady looks like she's sleeping. And I did a triple take.
Carly King recorded the vehicle as her husband passed it, both in disbelief, leaving her to call police, fearing the driver was suffering a medical emergency.
Did you see her hand on the wheel at all, or?
No, but there was a cover on the steering wheel. So I don't know how it all works, but
scary.
Very scary.
It remains unclear how the Tesla continued down the highway, but police say they're investigating. The driver could be facing more than $2,000 in fines.
Unfortunately, we've seen this before. More and more, we are seeing people rely on automated technologies that are not legal in the province of British Columbia.
While the technology exists, fully autonomous driving remains a long way off in BC. Current policy only allows level 2 driver assistance, meaning the driver must remain alert, engaged, and in control while the vehicle is moving.
We don't know what the moral decision-making is that's programmed into these vehicles, and the moral decision-making can be a significant impact in situations where a collision is unavoidable and you have to choose between sort of the lesser of two evils.
Without human control, those life and death decisions could ultimately be left to artificial intelligence. As for King, she says she hesitated to release the video, but hopes it serves as a wake-up call for drivers and policymakers.
Greater safety of our communities is probably the most important thing, and maybe learning a valuable lesson, and hopefully nobody gets hurt doing that kind of stuff in the future.
Craig Krause, CTV News, Vancouver.
Air Canada is once again scaling back flights to the United States. That's amid high costs of jet fuel as well as lower demand for trips south of the border. The airline is halting or delaying 8 transborder routes starting this fall. 3 routes from Toronto and Montreal to the American Midwest will be canceled for the second winter in a row. In addition, 3 seasonal routes from Florida to Ottawa, Montreal, and Quebec City will start a few months later in December instead of October. Meantime, 2 previously suspended routes from Montreal and Toronto to JFK in New York won't be coming back this winter. A U.S. Republican congresswoman is taking aim at Canadian provinces for removing American alcohol from store shelves. New York Congressman Claudia Tenney says she'll introduce the, quote, Canada Act, calling for an investigation into Canadian restrictions on U.S. alcohol. She says provinces cannot be allowed to hold U.S. producers, quote, hostage and attempt to ransom them. Several provinces pulled American booze from the store shelves in response to U.S. tariffs on Canada. Time now for a quick break, and when we return, your must-see moment from our colleagues at TSN. Your Morning Atlantic will be right back.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
I've been in the museum near there, but I've never been to the fossil cliff specifically. Have you?
No, I need to make it out there.
Put it on the list.
Add it to the list.
Add it to the list. Okay, it is almost 6:26. It's time now to check in with our friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Jermaine Franklin in the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Monday. And for it, we head to Hamilton, Ontario, and the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Canada taking on Jamaica. Canada up big. Andrew Nenhard goes behind the back to Leonard Miller. He finds Jackson Rowe for the slam. Just beautiful ball movement by the Canadians. They're through to the next round of qualifying, and it's no surprise when the team is making plays like this, earning the must-see moment from Monday. And today on TSN, our coverage of the FIFA World Cup continues. The final two round of 16 matches. First, Lionel Messi and Argentina take on Egypt at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Then from Vancouver, Switzerland faces Colombia at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast, a high of 29 degrees today. Lots of sunshine for New Brunswick. 28 degrees midweek. Mainly sunny skies to start your day, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon. Warming up to 30 on Thursday. A mix of sun and cloud with scattered showers expected into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 28 degrees today. A mix of sun and cloud. A chance of showers moves into the Tri-County area this evening. On Wednesday, 25 degrees. We do have a low chance of some isolated showers expected into the afternoon. 29 on Thursday with a mix of sun and cloud. For Prince Edward Island, 27 degrees today with lots of sunshine in the forecast. On Wednesday, 26, 27 degrees on Thursday with a mix of sun and cloud.
Coming up in this half hour, the Move Morning Chat. Today we want to know what's something you stop buying and you don't miss. That conversation in about 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Hey, good morning, Atlantic Canada. 6:30. Welcome to this beautiful Tuesday. Sun is shining. Birds are chirping.
It is summer. Yes.
You know,
we are into it finally.
Yeah, so exciting. And it's going to be another gorgeous one out there.
Absolutely. So we're holding on to that sunshine for much of Atlantic Canada. There's actually heat warnings now in place because of parts of Quebec moving into parts of Labrador. As you can see over in Antigonish, beautiful sunny start to your day. 16 degrees already, so temperatures warming up, remaining above seasonal for those daytime highs. 14 degrees as you head outdoors in Halifax with 15 to start your day in Charlottetown. 11 degrees in Fredericton with 16 over in Happy Valley Goose Bay. 12 degrees in St. Anthony. As I'd mentioned, some heat warnings in place this afternoon until Wednesday evening for parts of Labrador. Keep in mind sun safety. Make sure to stay hydrated if you are out soaking up that sunshine. The UV index now tracking high to very high across the Maritime region and also tracking high across Newfoundland and Labrador. So in terms of our satellite and radar, we do have a bit of cloud coverage to start your day. Some fog for parts of the Maritime region that will burn off. Clouds will clear out. Sunny skies for much of Atlantic Canada. A low chance of showers will move into parts of Labrador this afternoon. And for parts of Newfoundland, a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms. In terms of our wind forecast, starting off quite light yet again, 28 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 20 into Moncton with 17 in Charlottetown and Sydney. No wind gusts to report at this time. We're going to throw things over to local news with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. After a months-long competition, Canada has selected a German company to build Canada's new submarine fleet, winning a bid worth billions of dollars and pledging to create thousands of jobs. The announcement comes just ahead of this week's NATO summit. CTV's Graham Richardson has more.
In the end, Prime Minister Mark Carney made it clear the German bid's connection to NATO may have been the key difference.
Canada has selected TKMS as the preferred supplier for Canada's patrol submarine project.
This is a massive game changer for the Navy and Canada. Right now, one of Canada's aging 4 subs is operational. The TKMS subs are still years away. Officials say 4 of them will be delivered to Canada by 2034. Carney says the sub purchase has already been factored in to Canada's fiscal outlook.
By design, this process will have far and away the greatest economic impact of any defense investment right across Canada.
Carney also said the connection to NATO and the operability in the Arctic tilted Canada to TKMS and away from the South Koreans.
The submarine is proven and capable. It's widely used by our allies.
And these subs are said to be very stealthy, the ability to wait and patiently be able to have the surveillance of the area so that if the Russians try to make the breakthrough, they will be surprised by the Canadian presence.
The ambassadors for Germany, Norway, and company representatives spoke late this afternoon in Ottawa.
Exact timelines, of course, depend on contract negotiations and other factors. But there is a willingness from our side because we understand that Canada needs to replace the Victoria-class fleet quickly.
Canada shortlisted this project less than a year ago. That's an incredibly fast pace for any country, unheard of in Canada until today. And that is the message Mark Carney will take to Turkey and NATO in the next couple of days. Canada has changed because the world has changed. Graham Richardson, CTV News, Halifax.
And Halifax's Mayor Andy Fillmore spoke with CTV News after the deal for the submarines was announced and calls it a generational investment that will bring great economic opportunities and jobs to the region for decades to come.
Over the next 30 or 40 years, this could have a $100 billion impact on infrastructure, on the training of sailors, the supply lines, the maintenance of the submarines. All of these people that are going to be living and working here are going to need a place to call home. They're going to need an apartment or a home. They're going to need a bus or a road to get to work on. They're going to need to have a city that is affordable to live in. So we have our work cut out for us. Halifax will be ready. We do this well. We have been called upon by our federal government and by the world repeatedly throughout our history to step up and perform. We're being called again today, and I have great confidence that we will meet the call.
A busy section of Herring Cove Road in Halifax was closed off Monday evening around the dinner hour as a pedestrian was hit in the road. Halifax police responded to this section of Herring Cove Road near Melwood Avenue, not far from the Armdale Rotary. Police say a pedestrian and a driver of a motor vehicle were involved in a collision. Traffic was being rerouted in the area. There's no word from police on any injuries or charges. Another motor vehicle collision closed this section of Dunbrack Street near Osborne Street in Halifax. The 3-vehicle collision included a sedan that had flipped over on its roof. A traffic light was taken down. Halifax Fire, Police, and EHS were on scene. Police say no one involved were injured. Fire crews in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley responded to a tractor fire in a farmer's field along the dikes in Fort Williams Monday. The Greenwich Fire Department received the call just after 3:30 p.m. Deputy Fire Chief Chris McKenzie told CTV News the fire started on a tractor working in the field. Crews were able to quickly contain the fire, which was limited to the tractor and around a 20-foot radius of grass surrounding the machine. No injuries were reported. Greenwich Fire was assisted by crews from Fort Williams, Wolfville, and Kempville. New Brunswick wants better access to water and easier access to permits. That's according to a new report released by the province. 600 people weighed in on the issue at public meetings, conversations, and an online survey. A big issue was lack of easy-to-follow instructions, as well others called for more enforcement and better protection of drinking water sources.
People want better and stronger protection of water, long-term sustainability for our water, our drinking water and our water in the province.
This comes as the province seeks to renew the Clean Water Act, which hasn't been updated in almost 4 decades. The Environment Minister hopes to implement changes this time next year. 3 teens are facing charges after 2 robbery incidents at 2 different Canadian Tire stores in Halifax. The Halifax Regional Police responded to a report of theft at Canadian Tire store on Chain Lake Drive at around 2:55 on Friday, and another call Saturday afternoon at the Canadian Tire on Lamont Terrace in Dartmouth. According to police, staff reported 2 males and a female unsuccessfully attempting to break into a display case containing BB guns. In a release, the police say while attempting to flee, the female sprayed a staff member with a sensory irritant before exiting the store. Officers quickly located and arrested all 3 suspects on scene without incident. The Halifax Regional Police say the investigation led them to determine the 3 suspects in custody were the same people involved in the theft at the Chain Lake store. The 18-year-old was scheduled to appear in Dartmouth Provincial Court on Monday to face charges of robbery and disguise with intent. A 16-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl will appear in youth court in Halifax. And finally, there's an effort underway to bring the Memorial Cup tournament back to the Maritimes. The Moncton Wildcats are one of 2 Q League teams in the running to host the Memorial Cup in 2028. The Canadian Hockey League says the Wildcats and Quebec Ramparts have been selected as the 2 finalists in the bid to host. Both teams are expected to submit formal written bids before delivering bids, presentations, and hosting site visits. The CHL is expected to announce the host city by the end of October. Of course, the Memorial Cup is awarded to the top major junior team in hockey each spring.
Wow, that would be exciting.
Indeed, we'd be thrilled to have them hosted in our region.
Right?
Well, fingers crossed. This is totally unrelated, but kind of cool to see. Caught on video, a lucky weather watcher had a look at a water spout over a lake in Germany last week. So this is what a water spout looks like. It was visible for about 15 minutes. No damage was reported. Its peak was about 800 meters tall and had a diameter of about 50 meters. So basically, a water spout is a tornado that occurs over a body of water but doesn't reach land. Do I have that right, Latavia?
Yes.
But cool to see.
It's so cool.
I love this.
This is not the same kind of water spout that the Itsy Bitsy Spider climbed.
No, yeah, definitely not.
You never know, though.
I was going to say a big spider.
Big spider.
Indeed.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't want to see a spider that size. No, thank you.
Sounds like a horror film.
Let's stick with Itsy Bitsy.
Exactly.
Of course, we still have your entertainment headlines, but next, the Move Morning Chat. Today, we want to know what's something you stopped buying and don't miss. Stay with us. Your morning will be right back after this.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. The time now is 6:43, taking a live look at a beautiful sunny start to the day over in St. John's, Newfoundland. 12 degrees to start your day. We will be seeing sunshine until around this afternoon when a chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms is expected to move in. 14 degrees to start your day in Halifax with 13 early in the morning in Sydney, 15 degrees in Charlottetown with 13 degrees in Bathurst, 11 in Fredericton and in Labrador City, 12 degrees over in Corner Brook. Heat warnings are now in place for parts of Labrador. This afternoon until Wednesday evening, we are expecting a bit of mugginess and temperatures to warm up over the next few days. Here's a look at our forecast timeline. A bit of cloud coverage starting off your day for parts of the Maritime region. Some fog that will burn off. Cloud coverage will clear out for the most part, leaving sunshine across the region. We do have a chance of showers that will move in for parts of Newfoundland and Labrador into the afternoon. A risk of thunderstorms for parts of Newfoundland. Increasing cloudiness for the Maritime region, still being left with mainly sunny skies to a mix of sun and cloud. And we are going to see those temperatures remain above seasonal for our daytime highs. Into tonight, fog will redevelop overnight and bring us a chance of showers as well into parts of the southwestern region of Nova Scotia. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, not really seeing much accumulation from this system, going to remain quite trace for Newfoundland and Labrador. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will range from 21 degrees in Grand Manan up to 31 in Miramichi. Lots of sunshine across the province, increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. For Prince Edward Island, holding on to sunshine across the island throughout the day today, with highs between 25 degrees in Surrey up to 29 in Tignish. In terms of Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, lots of sunshine with increasing cloudiness for parts of eastern Nova Scotia, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. Wind will pick up into the afternoon out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40, and daytime highs will range from 21 degrees in Canso up to 29 in Sydney. For the rest of Nova Scotia, a mix of sun and cloud today. Evening showers expected, but a very low chance of it happening for parts of the Tri-County area. Daytime highs ranging from 22 degrees in Yarmouth up to 27 in both Kentville and Middleton. Pretty light wind for this part of the province out of the southwest, only 20 kilometers per hour. Labrador City warming up to 28 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud. 22 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at sunshine starting off your day. Increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms expected to move in. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to the Move Morning Chat. It's that time of once again, the Move Morning Chat with Crash and Sarah. This morning we're asking the question, what is something that you've stopped buying that you don't miss? Crash, Sarah, tell us what it is.
Oh boy, I don't even know if I've stopped buying per se, but I've scaled it back. Maybe, you know, the price of things just keeps going up and up, and it's like, all right, wait, we got to cut this back here a little bit. Like bacon on the weekend for breakfast is like, no, not this weekend. It's not on sale. I'm not getting it. Got to scale that back. But I do miss it. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
fair.
I want to have it. But things like that for me. So there's nothing that I can really think of that I've cut out completely. But I know, Sarah, you have cut things out.
So this whole conversation was inspired by a listener, Lindsay, who texted us and had said to make dryer sheets go a little bit longer. She had been cutting them in half. And if you love dryer sheets, that's such a great idea. Cut them in half. They'll last you double the amount of time. But it made me think that's one of those things. I haven't bought dryer sheets in years, laundry softener. And then I'm thinking even more, if I need a salad dressing or even a chip dip, I would buy those things. They would sit in the fridge because you get in your mood while you're shopping. And then maybe a couple days later, you don't want it anymore, right? If I want any of those things, I'll just kind of make them myself. I've gotten into that. I feel very much like a little homesteader when I do that, which makes me feel good, but it saves me money because it's one less thing that I'm buying and it's probably rotting in the fridge. And, you know, it's just a few less things you got to buy. And none of those things I have missed for a single second since I stopped buying them.
Can you imagine chip dip rotting in the fridge? Come on.
Yeah, no, a certain dip comes to mind, and I'm like, that is not going anywhere other than like into my stomach, like the moment I get home from the store. But I'm kind of with you with the dryer sheets because I used to buy them, and those Unstoppables, like, you know, like the beads to like make it smell so good, and I was like, yes, I used to love those, and then again, they kept getting more and more expensive. So I was like, okay, well, like, we'll cut that out. But another thing that I find myself not buying anymore is perfume, which is interesting because I use lotion, right? So like, and then the lotion smells with you the whole day, and you can, as long as you're going that route, and especially when you go to GT Boutique and get those life hacks and like the dupes.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm so big on dupes these days as well. I was going to say, buying anything high-end or designer, I've kind of dropped that. Safe to say I have many, so I don't need any more. But yes, if I can find a dupe for something or just buy something much cheaper, then I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Right.
My bank can't afford it anymore.
With the price of everything, yeah, absolutely not. Of course, we want to know, what is something that you, our viewers, have stopped buying and you don't miss? Send us a text at 10400, and if you've never messaged us before, click that Atlantic option.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. The time now is 6:52. We're going to take a look at your entertainment headlines. For that, we head to Hollywood.
The Ocean's 11 prequel just added more names to its roster. Vicky Krieps and George Mackay are among the cast, joining stars Bradley Cooper and Margot Robbie for the heist thriller. Cooper is also writing and directing the project, hitting theaters June 25th, 2027.
Tell your king we will never leave.
Coming off a successful 4th of July weekend at the box office, Young Washington is officially getting a sequel. Titled 1776, the film will continue the next chapter of George Washington's life and legacy. There's new music on the way from U2. The Irish Rockers are releasing a new single, Street of Dreams, today. The song will appear on their upcoming album, expected out later this year.
John, I want to introduce you to Carolyn Bessette.
And Sarah Pigeon, the star of Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr., and Carolyn Bessette, is 30 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Armando Garcia, ABC News.
And then there's mine.
And yesterday, the world witnessed the last ever World Cup performance by Portuguese superstar Cristiano Ronaldo. But his legacy will live on in the young soccer players he's inspired.
Many are at a training camp this week led by soccer officials from Ronaldo's home country. It's an opportunity for Canadian players to get coached in a new way. CTV's Mike Walker has the story.
Focusing on ball control and speed, these young soccer players are being put through intense training by professional coaches affiliated with FC Porto, a renowned professional football club in Portugal.
It's amazing. It's very fun and so cool to have the coaches from Portugal here to come train us.
Every summer, FC Porto holds its world camps at select cities across the globe. 4 of its youth academy coaches have made the trip from Portugal.
1 minute, come on!
It's their first time here, and the drills are from the official coaching methodology of the professional Portuguese club.
We're going to talk a little bit about the nutrition, psychological, and everything that is relationship with the football.
Nearly 200 soccer players between 6 and 17 years old have registered for this unique and elite week-long training camp, which is a partnership with North York Academy.
It's a bit more intense. There's a lot more people here and there's a lot more pressure.
It's an excellent opportunity for all Canadian players to learn a European methodology, specifically from FC Porto, the way they play, their technical training, their tactical training.
This camp comes on the heels of Canada's historic World Cup run, plus Portugal's knockout win against Croatia at Toronto Stadium last week. For some of these young players, all of this is motivation to take their game to the next level.
I hope I learn new things so that I can play more maybe professional when I grow up.
I always want to play professional. I want to at least get a play in university. Honestly, we're very lucky to have people of this class.
This under-16 team recently played a tournament in Portugal and saw huge success on the pitch. Their only loss was in the championship game.
Pride us a bit how good we did. And, I mean, we've been working for it a lot.
Now hoping to catch the eyes of these coaches. In some cases, a standout player is invited to a week-long training experience at the club's academy in Portugal.
That'd be amazing. It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience that we have.
For Porto's coaches, this camp goes beyond the drills. They say it's all about building teamwork and confidence.
The most exciting thing for us is they feel good to play football.
And to help grow the beautiful game. Mike Walker, CTV News.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast, a hot day ahead in New Brunswick. Lots of sunshine across the province with a high of 29. Midweek, we're looking at 28 degrees. Increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. Warming up to 30 on Thursday. Scattered showers expected across the province. For Nova Scotia, 28 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud, a low chance of showers for the Tri-County area this evening. 25 degrees on Wednesday, looking at a low chance of showers moving into the afternoon. 29 on Thursday with a mix of sun and cloud. For Prince Edward Island, 27 degrees today with lots of sunshine. Sunshine remains in the forecast on Wednesday with a high of 26, 27 on Thursday with a mix of sun and cloud.
It's Tuesday, July 7th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the Canadian Patrol Submarine Project, a partnership with a German company to build 12 new submarines for Canada's Navy, officially launched in Halifax Monday evening. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And summer fun at the museum. We visit the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic to find out what's happening there this summer. Lots going on, even a ship you can discover. That's all coming up this half hour.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. The time now is 7 o'clock. Another beautiful sunny day is ahead. I'm loving it. Summer's here.
Summer was so perfect yesterday. Oh my gosh, the weather in the Halifax area anyway, it was just like gorgeous. It's not too hot, a little bit of a breeze. Perfect.
Yeah, definitely a day to get out and about. And if you didn't do it yesterday, do it today.
Yeah, even
yes, exactly.
It is
even warmer today.
A bit warmer?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yesterday we had a bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
So it helped to keep things a bit cooler, but still beautiful. But today, yeah, definitely warming up across the region.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, here's a live look at Grand Manan. Can't really see much early this morning as we do have fog. We will see that fog begin to burn off a little bit later this morning. Lots of sunshine expected in your area today. Temperatures are warming up slowly but surely. 14 degrees right now in Halifax, 15 starting off your day in Charlottetown, 11 degrees in Fredericton with 16 starting off your day in Happy Valley Goose Bay, 4 degrees in Cartwright, and 12 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at the heat warnings that are now in place for parts of Labrador this afternoon until Wednesday evening. Keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out today and soaking up that sunshine. The UV index has now climbed high to very high across the maritime region. For Newfoundland and Labrador, tracking high throughout your day today. And in terms of our satellite and radar, we are going to see lots of sunshine right across Atlantic Canada today. We do have a chance of showers that will return into parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. Labrador seeing only a light shower activity expected, and for Newfoundland, scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms. In terms of our wind forecast, light this morning, 28 kilometers per hour in North Cape with 20 in Moncton, 17 in Charlottetown and in Sydney, 11 into Grand Etang. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your weather forecast coming up, but first a look at local news with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. Canada is going ahead and spending billions on a massive defense project, and the event was held in Halifax Monday evening, where Prime Minister Mark Carney announced a German-based company has been selected to build 12 submarines for the Royal Canadian Navy. The Canadian Patrol Submarine Project is being billed as a step to strengthen and renew the Canadian Navy's underwater capabilities and to ensure a sustained presence in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. While promising to create thousands of jobs and drive economic opportunities for decades, the project is expected to cost more than $100 billion over its lifetime. First of the new submarines won't be available and delivered until 2034. They'll replace the aging Victoria-class fleet. The final bids to build the submarines came down to two countries, including Korea and Germany. Ultimately, the German-based Marine Systems was selected. The Prime Minister had this to say.
The sovereignty of our country, bounded by 3 oceans and the world's longest coastline, depends on our maritime capabilities. And I want to salute the women and men of Canada's Navy for leading that. We need to give them the right equipment, the right tools, the right capacities to do their jobs. And first, we need to be aware of what's in, what's over, what's under our vast territory. And that's why we're investing in a new fleet of P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft. That's why we're investing in Arctic over-the-horizon radar. Secondly, we obviously need to be able to defend those waters, which is why we're building 15 River-class destroyers and an entirely new fleet of polar icebreakers and Arctic patrol vessels. And it's why we're here today, to announce an ambitious investment in new best-in-class submarines.
The winning German-Norwegian build will be an enormous project spanning decades. Canada's new patrol submarines will be built by a consortium led by a company with extensive history and record of building subs. Todd Battis has those details.
The purchase instantly puts Canada in an elite class of seafaring nations with 12 modern leading-edge weapons. The HDW Class 212 CD submarine, a term that will become familiar in the coming years. The first of the lithium battery-driven subs are expected by 2036. They'll become the front line of Canada's coastal and Arctic defense. ThyssenKrupp Marine System, TKMS, is the largest manufacturer of non-nuclear submarines. The firm currently supplies 2/3 of NATO's sub-fleet. It's that connection to NATO that might have given the bid the winning edge. 73 meters long, with up to 30 crew members. The submarines are equipped to work well with Allied forces. They feature a stealth diamond-shaped hull designed to deflect detection by sonars from anti-sub ships. The submarines will house 4 tubes for heavyweight torpedoes. The dozen subs will replace the 4 problem-plagued Victoria-class vessels bought secondhand from the UK in 1998. Only one is currently in service. The new submarines cost $20 billion. Billions more will be spent on maintenance over a lifetime of 30 to 50 years.
Todd Battis, CTV News, Halifax.
A busy section of Herring Cove Road in Halifax was closed off Monday evening around the dinner hour as a pedestrian was hit in the road. Halifax police responded to this section of Herring Cove Road near Melwood Avenue, not far from the Armdale Rotary. Police say a pedestrian and a driver of a vehicle were involved in a collision. Traffic was being rerouted in the area. There's no word from police on any injuries or charges. Another motor vehicle collision closed this section of Dunbrack Street near Osborne Street in Halifax. The three-vehicle collision involved a sedan that had flipped over on its roof and a traffic light was taken down. Halifax Fire, Police, and EHS were on scene. Police say no one involved were injured. Fire crews in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley responded to a tractor fire in a farmer's field along the dikes in Port Williams Monday. The Greenwich Fire Department received the call just after 3:30 p.m. Deputy Fire Chief Chris McKenzie told CTV News the fire started on a tractor working in the field. Crews were able to quickly contain the fire, which was limited to the tractor and around 20-foot radius of grass surrounding the machine. No injuries were reported. Greenwich Fire was assisted by crews from Port Williams, Wolfville, and Kentville. New Brunswickers want better access to water and easier access to permits. That's according to a new report released by the province. 600 people weighed in on the issue at public meetings, conversations, and an online survey. A big issue was lack of easy-to-follow information, while others called for more enforcement and better protection of drinking water sources.
People want better and stronger protection of water, long-term sustainability for our water, our drinking water and our water in the province.
This comes as the province seeks to renew the Clean Water Act, which hasn't been updated in almost 4 decades. The Environment Minister hopes to implement changes this time next year. And finally, if you've ever needed a reason to host a World Cup party, well, this would take the cake. Have a look at this panda celebrating its World Cup-themed birthday in a zoo in Taiwan. Yes, the panda, born in 2013, celebrated its 13th birthday Monday, and it could be seen smashing a World Cup-themed birthday cake before lounging in a swing in the zoo. The World Wildlife Fund, or WWF, says the average lifespan of a panda in the wild is between 14 to 20 years, but they can live longer in captivity. The panda's parents come from China and were handed over to Taiwan in 2008.
I love that he, rage ate that cake.
He can have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah,
why not?
Throw it on the ground too. I love that.
I mean, I feel like that might have been how Ronaldo wanted to react post loss to Spain, or maybe Team USA wanted to react like that post demolished loss to Belgium.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, let's cheer everybody up with a contest, shall we? And this is a good one. New one, too. CTV and Vintage Stove and Fireplace are teaming up to help you fire your summer up. One lucky viewer will win a Traeger Tailgater pellet grill, a $500 Coldstream Clear Distillery gift card, and 4 full package tickets to the Cape Breton Island Pro Rodeo at Sydney's Open Hearth Park in September. This is all you need to get your summer ready to roll right through to September. So enter by going to that QR code or go to ctvatlantic.ca. There's a little contest tab up at the top. Enter to win today. Love this contest.
Yeah, you need to enter because we're not allowed to, but having a Traeger,
yeah,
it changes the game.
It's
imagine.
Well, yeah, it's a wonderful outdoor appliance, but also like the $500 gift card, you can really do a lot of hosting with that.
A lot of that, a lot
nice
of
stuff.
that.
And the rodeo.
Yeah. We love it. Well, Latavia's going to let us know if it's barbecuing weather right after this little break, and we'll have your national and international headlines. But yeah, gorgeous look at Peggy.
Welcome back. The time now is 7:13. We're taking a live look at the Confederation Bridge. A beautiful sunshine to start your day. Already warming up, 17 degrees in your area as of right now. Weather brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. It is 15 degrees in Halifax with 14 starting off your day in Yarmouth. 11 degrees in St. John, New Brunswick with 12 in Fredericton as well as into Labrador City. 18 degrees now in Happy Valley, Goose Bay and 14 into St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a heat warning that is currently issued for parts of Labrador this afternoon until Wednesday evening. We are going to see some muggy weather move into your area. Here's a look at our forecast timeline. A bit of cloud coverage and fog early this morning for parts of the Maritime region as well as into parts of Newfoundland. Expecting that fog to burn off. Cloud coverage will clear out. Lots of sunshine across the region today. A low chance of showers will move into parts of Labrador this afternoon. Some scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms expected late into the afternoon for parts of Newfoundland. Increasing cloudiness for the Maritime region, still being left with either mainly sunny skies to a mix of sun and cloud. We are going to see a chance of showers move into the southwestern region of the province into the evening for Nova Scotia. That takes us into our rainfall outlook, going to remain quite light for Newfoundland and Labrador. Temperatures heating up today for New Brunswick, ranging from 21 degrees in Grand Manan up to 31 in Miramichi. Increasing cloudiness into the afternoon, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud and light wind out of the south, only 20 kilometers per hour. For Prince Edward Island, highs between 26 degrees in Surrey up to 29 in Tignish, holding on to sunshine throughout your day today and light wind also expected across the island today. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, lots of sunshine with increasing cloudiness for parts of eastern Nova Scotia, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. Wind will pick up into the afternoon out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. Daytime highs ranging from 21 degrees in Canso up to 29 in Sydney. For the rest of Nova Scotia, lots of sunshine throughout your day today with highs between 22 to 27 degrees. We are going to see a low chance of showers move into the Tri-County area into the evening. And then for Labrador, looking at a high of 28 degrees in Labrador City, a mix of sun and cloud throughout your day today. 22 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. Lots of sunshine with some scattered showers moving into the late afternoon and a risk of thunderstorms. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Brianne.
Taking a look here at your campfire conditions, brought to you by Pine Acres RV, where customers become friends. We do have restrictions in place for all of New Brunswick. Now, burning is not allowed through the central portion of the province. So that's from Gloucester County all the way down to Queens County. Of course, we do see that burning is allowed between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. in northern and southern portions of the province. Always good to check with the province, however, online to make sure that you are following proper restrictions. Over in Nova Scotia, burning allowed between 7 p.m. and 8 a.m. except over in Victoria County in Cape Breton, we are seeing that burning is allowed from 2 p.m. until 8 a.m. Over on Prince Edward Island, as always, burning is allowed between 2 p.m. and 8 a.m. But again, always make sure you are checking those restrictions if you are heading out and about. So check the fire ban, check the municipal bylaws as well. Keep fires under control, never leave a fire unattended, and make sure the fire is out before you go to bed or leave a campsite. Belgium moves on to face Spain in the quarterfinals after they knocked out the host nation team USA 4-1 in a politically charged match in Seattle.
Oh, Matt Freese could be in trouble here. The US could be in trouble here. It's a shocker of a goal.
American star Folarin Balogun became the subject of major controversy after FIFA allowed him to play despite receiving a red card in the previous match, which usually means a suspension. CTV's Joy Malbon on the presidential intervention and the outcry.
So, yeah, I did. I spoke to Johnny.
President Donald Trump confirmed he made that controversial call to his friend, FIFA President Gianni Infantino. The president, running interference, said he asked FIFA to review the red card one-game suspension of America's hottest player, Folarin Balogun.
I asked for a review because I didn't think it was a foul. And, you know, again, I'm good at this stuff. I didn't think it was a foul. I thought it was two great athletes that crashed into each other.
As Balogun took to the field tonight, FIFA's highly unusual U-turn, clearing the soccer star to play, had his teammates cheering.
We're really excited. He's been so good for us this tournament.
The Belgians are furious. Their coach thought the FIFA flip was an April Fool's joke.
It's a bad decision. Not good for the sport.
And Europe's governing soccer body said FIFA had crossed a line.
It is remarkable that the president has entered the conversation. And I think that's the thing. And you'd be very concerned about the slippery slope. King Charles, does he want to weigh in on last night's red card for an English player?
So will the appearance of political influence taint the beautiful game? World Cup fans wade in.
It's just the reversal is a little weird and the timing's a little strange.
Definitely think that Trump played a trump card.
As a U.S. supporter, I'm quite happy with it, but definitely understand the other side and how it's pretty unprecedented.
Belgium's Football Federation appealed FIFA's decision and lost. It's now demanding details how FIFA came to its surprising decision.
Time now for a quick break, but Your Morning Atlantic will be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Ahoy! Coming up and join us. Jenny Nodelman and I are here from the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic to welcome you on board. And it is a fantastic day to be up on the deck of a fine watercraft. Jenny, there's so much happening at the Maritime Museum this summer. Great to be here with you today.
Yeah, lovely to have you.
It's so much fun to chat about the museum. I personally love it, but I really love being on the Acadia, and it will soon be open to the public, right?
Yes, you bet. It's going to be open mid-July, and we're welcoming everybody aboard.
So this Friday, people who love yoga can get a sneak peek.
That's right. East Coast Wellness Clinic is our partner and has been a great partner. So every Friday, weather permitting at noontime, people can register through them online, and it's pay what you can. We will have some walk-in spots, and it's going to be happening right here on the aft deck.
That is so fantastic. So during the summer months, once the ship opens to the public, you can see they're doing the work to get everything all ready for you. It is just a wonderful chance to be a part of this historic ship, which is included with your admission to the Maritime Museum, I understand.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So what else is happening?
We've got a full chock block of stuff happening this whole summer, almost every day this week. If you're heading inside to visit the museum, we have the Halifax Amateur Radio Club if you want to learn Morse code. From 10 to 4 on Monday and Thursday. Tuesday night, where we open every night all year round with free admission starting at 4. We have our favorite summer program, our Tuesday Night Tunes, Kathy Martin with Mi'kmaq songs and stories. So every Tuesday night from 6:30 to 7:30 till August 18th, it will be happening right here at the Anchor Yard.
That's fantastic. Tuesdays with Tunes is a very, very popular feature here at the museum. So Tuesday nights, you were saying admission is free to get in?
Admission is free. We would love to accept donations for Feed Nova Scotia if you can help us and curb food insecurity together.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so we've got the event tonight is Kathy Martin. Name a few of the other acts that we can look forward to throughout the summer.
We have Boarding Party, which is a great pop tune party band from Stadacona, and we have African drummers from Drummers from Home, and then we have the country classics for July, and there's more to come. Just check us out on the website for the rest of August.
That sounds like so much fun. All right, and the Sea Turtle Network is going to be here.
Yes, they're here. We're partners with them. We've been with them for the Oceans Day events every June, and they're partnering with us again this summer. Every Thursday in our air-conditioned warehouse theater at 2 p.m., people can learn how the Cape Islander boats have helped to monitor and, watch out for the leatherbacks in the ocean. And the Canadian Sea Turtle Network are just in the salt yard there if people want to also come by on the waterfront. Check them out.
Yeah, and not to mention floor after floor after floor of great exhibits that you can see. I love coming here, Jenny, and thank you so much for meeting me on deck today on such a gorgeous day.
Thank you. You're always welcome aboard, Crystal.
Wonderful. All right, so you'll be able to come on deck soon. All the details will be on the Maritime Museum's website, which we have put on ours for convenience. And now there's enough time for a little tour. Let's go, Jenny.
Okay, let's go.
See you later. Bye.
A beautiful day to head out in New Brunswick. 29 degrees with sunshine across the province. 28 on Wednesday. Mainly sunny start to your day with increasing cloudiness into the afternoon. Heating up on Thursday to 30 degrees. We do have a chance of showers moving in into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 28 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud. A low chance of showers into the evening for the Tri-County area. 25 degrees on Wednesday, starting off the day with a mix of sun and clouds, seeing isolated showers return into the afternoon. 29 degrees on Thursday with a high of 29. For Prince Edward Island, 27 degrees with sunshine today. 26 on Wednesday with mainly sunny skies, and sunshine remains in the forecast on Thursday with a high of 27.
Coming up this half hour, a taste of Paris. We check out an authentic French cafe that brings the bon du bon appetit. That's coming up in this half hour on Your Morning Atlantic.
Hello. Come join us. We're halfway through the show already. My goodness, time is flying when you're having fun on this Tuesday. We had a campaign a while back to try to make Tuesday sort of like a marquee day of the week. I don't know how well it went, but we're here to try to make the best. But the weather's certainly nice enough to celebrate our Tuesday.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
I'm quite obsessed with all things Parisian. I really am, and I'm very excited to take a little trip to a Parisian cafe this half hour.
I mean, you know that those pastries have to be on point.
Oh, sign me up.
Breads. Gosh, there's so much to enjoy. City of Lights.
Yep.
But I don't know if there's anywhere I'd rather be than here at this time of year.
Aw, yeah, it's beautiful outside. We are going to see temperatures rise above seasonal yet again. Another warm day is ahead. Here's a live look at Corner Brook, holding on to sunshine throughout your day today. Currently, to start your day, 14 degrees, so not too bad. We are seeing temperatures already begin to rise. 15 degrees in Halifax to start your day, as well as into Sydney. 17 early this morning in Charlottetown. 12 degrees in Fredericton, as well as into Labrador City. 14 in St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a heat warning currently in place for parts of Labrador this afternoon until Wednesday evening. Here's a look at the UV index across the Maritime region. It is tracking high to very high throughout your day today, as well as into Newfoundland and Labrador, tracking high. So in terms of our satellite and radar, we are going to see a bit of a cloud coverage for parts of Atlantic Canada, some fog already beginning to burn off. Lots of sunshine in the forecast today, temperatures above seasonal. We do have a low chance of showers into the afternoon for parts of Labrador, into parts of Newfoundland, scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms. In terms of our wind forecast, starting off light, we'll pick up for parts of the Maritime region this afternoon. As of right now, 24 kilometers per hour for North Cape, 22 in Moncton, 17 in Sydney. No wind gusts to report. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. Canada is going ahead and spending billions on a massive defense project, and the event was held in Halifax Monday evening, where Prime Minister Mark Carney announced a German-based company has been selected to build 12 new submarines for the Royal Canadian Navy. The Canadian Patrol Submarine Project is being billed as a step to strengthen and renew the Canadian Navy's underwater capabilities and to ensure a sustained presence in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. While promising to create thousands of jobs and drive economic opportunities for decades, the project is expected to cost more than $100 billion over its lifetime. The first of the new submarines won't be available and delivered until 2034. They'll replace the aging Victoria-class fleet. The finals bid to build the submarines came down to two countries, including Korea and Germany. Ultimately, the German-based marine system was selected. The Prime Minister had this to say.
The sovereignty of our country, bounded by 3 oceans and the world's longest coastline, depends on our maritime capabilities. And I want to salute the women and men of Canada's Navy for leading that. We need to give them the right equipment, the right tools, the right capacities to do their jobs. And first, we need to be aware of what's in, what's over, and what's under our vast territory. And that's why we're investing in a new fleet of P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft. That's why we're investing in Arctic over-the-horizon radar. Secondly, we obviously need to be able to defend those waters, which is why we're building 15 River-class destroyers and an entirely new fleet of polar icebreakers and Arctic patrol vessels. And it's why we're here today. to announce an ambitious investment in new best-in-class submarines.
A busy section of Herring Cove Road in Halifax was closed off Monday evening around the dinner hour as a pedestrian was hit in the road. Halifax police responded to this section of Herring Cove Road near Melwood Avenue, not far from the Armdale Rotary. Police say a pedestrian and driver of a vehicle were involved in a collision. Traffic was being rerouted in the area. There's no word from police on any injuries or charges. Another motor vehicle collision closed this section of Dunbrack Street near Osborne Street in Halifax. The three-vehicle collision involved a sedan that had flipped over on its roof, and a traffic light was taken down. Halifax Fire, Police, and EHS were on scene. Police say no one involved were injured. Fire crews in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley responded to a tractor fire in a farmer's field along with dikes in Port Williams on Monday. The Greenwich Fire Department received the call just after 3:30 p.m. Deputy Fire Chief Chris McKenzie told CTV News the fire started on the tractor working in the field. Crews were able to quickly contain the fire, which was limited to the tractor and around 20-foot radius of grass surrounding the machine. No injuries were reported. Greenwich Fire was assisted by fire crews from Port Williams, Wolfville, and Kentville. New Brunswickers want better access to water and easier access to permits. That's according to a new report released by the province. 600 people weighed in on issues at public meetings, conversations, and an online survey. A big issue is the lack of easy-to-follow information, while others called for more enforcement and better protection of drinking water sources.
People want better and stronger protection of water, long-term sustainability for our water, our drinking water and our water in the province.
This comes as the province seeks to renew the Clean Water Act, which hasn't been updated in almost 4 decades. The Environment Minister hopes to implement changes this time next year. And finally, a maritime favorite is costing a little more right now. Rising haddock prices is forcing some restaurants to raise the price of fish and chips. CTV's Vanessa Wright has those details.
Business is bustling at Rudy and Olive's Fish and Chips. Customers seemingly unfazed by new prices.
I think it's reasonable and fair, and I've heard that there's a shortage of haddock, so it only makes sense that, because it's more expensive, that they're going to have to pass their costs on in order to stay in business.
Well, a fish combo at Rudy and Olive's Fish and Chips will now cost you about $2 more, something their owner says they tried to put off for as long as they could.
It's hard to make those decisions, but if people want the fish and they want us to continue serving our product, we need to do that. So we need to stay in business. So that's a very important thing.
He says it's a direct result of their seafood supplier raising the cost of haddock by 41%, jumping from $10.95 to $15.45 per pound. Besides an old game of supply and demand, experts say the industry is also battling the cost of fuel.
It takes fuel to go and catch these fish. It takes fuel to get the bait to catch these fish. And all these costs just begin to compound.
With no end date on that issue, he says maritimers should consider other seafood options.
Not just the consumer, but the restaurants and the chefs as well, is to step back and take a look at what the full offerings are and perhaps shift ourselves away a little bit from the standard scallop, lobster, halibut, because there are a lot of other options out there that might be priced a little bit more friendly for the consumer.
But quality is not something everyone is willing to give up.
We've been doing this for over 5.5 years, and people come to us for our quality. So, there was options out there to cut the quality, but I couldn't do that. So, unfortunately, I had to pass it along to our customers, and they seem to be okay with it and understand.
Banking on that loyalty to keep customers coming back despite higher prices. Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Bedford.
Today's a sign of the times.
It's also making me hungry for
I
fish
know.
and
I would
chips.
be willing to pay the extra $2 for sure.
Literally
Oh my
right
goodness.
now, yes.
Also, okay, we're going to be taking a little trip to Paris for free in a moment. Be heading to the cafe.
Okay.
But if you are going to Paris in real life in the summer months, be sure to pack your swimsuit. Because there are 3 new supervised swimming areas that have opened on the city's famous Seine. The free swimming areas near City Hall, the Eiffel Tower, and in eastern Paris will remain open through the summer depending on water quality and weather conditions. They are placed under strict lifeguards watch, and authorities conduct daily water quality testing. The visitors describe the little experience in the heart of the French capital as unforgettable. It looks really nice.
That looks incredible.
Look at the water. Ever since the Olympics, they really cleaned up.
I was going to say, remember the Olympics, though? That was it didn't look great.
They cleaned it up, and they test it every day. I don't know. I'd be willing to take a dip.
I mean, I've never been to Paris, so if that's what it's going to take to get me there.
I've been once, and it's like so Parisian. You can't believe it.
Fair.
Okay, well, Paris. It's something we're talking about these days with FIFA, where the world is in the spotlight. You watch all the games for the FIFA World Cup on TSN, CTV, and Crave.
Including France.
Including France, yeah, for sure. So today's one of those days when the newscasts are moved. Get all the details by using that QR code or ctvnewsatlantic.ca. So that's CTV News at 5, CTV News at 6. In a nutshell, they will move to this station on certain days because of World Cup coverage.
And we're getting there. We're getting to the quarterfinals. So, you know, down to the final crunch.
Yeah, very, very exciting. Definitely a soccer fan's dream.
Yep.
Okay, Move Morning Chat time. What's the story today?
Well, we want to know what's something that you stopped buying that you don't miss. Can you think of anything, Crystal?
Yes. I know that you were saying the dryer sheets.
Yes.
I did stop buying dryer sheets.
Right?
I thought, who needs that? However, now that I have dogs that are shedding like it's their job, I actually started buying the pet dryer sheets that you put in.
Yes, we have those as well.
It really does a pretty good job. Like the catcher of the lint is very full with hair. The clothes seem to be mostly hair free. So I actually have started using them again, and I recommend it.
Can confirm.
Can confirm it's worth the money. Yeah.
Went back.
I love it. All right, well, time for another break here, but when we return, we'll check out that new cafe, which is in Bedford, and we'll have a look at your weather as well. 3-day forecast. Beautiful sunny skies ahead. Stay with us.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 7:45. Looking at Bedeck early this morning, the sun is shining. 16 degrees to start your day. Looking at a high of 24 with sunshine sticking around. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. 15 degrees to start your day in Halifax, 14 right now in Yarmouth, 15 degrees in Moncton with 17 in Charlottetown, 18 degrees already in Happy Valley Goose Bay with 14 starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a heat warning in place for parts of Labrador this afternoon until Wednesday evening. So here's a look at our forecast timeline. We've had a bit of cloud coverage, some fog patches across parts of Atlantic Canada. Fog is starting to already burn off. We are going to see clouds clear. Lots of sunshine across the region. Into the afternoon, looking at increasing cloudiness, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. We do have a low chance of showers returning into the afternoon for parts of Labrador. And then for Newfoundland, we are going to see some scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms late into this afternoon. For this evening, a low chance of showers will return for parts of southwestern Nova Scotia. Other than that, though, taking us into a sunny start to the day for Wednesday. If you are wondering about precipitation totals, going to remain quite light for both Newfoundland and Labrador. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will be heating up above seasonal. 21 degrees starting off for our daytime high in Grand Manan, all the way up to 31 in Miramichi. Lots of sunshine, increasing cloudiness is expected into the afternoon, but still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. Sunshine remains across Prince Edward Island today with highs between 26 degrees in Surrey up to 29 in Tignish. Pretty light wind out of the southwest, only getting up to 20. For Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, highs will range from 21 degrees in Canso up to 29 in Sydney. Looking at wind picking up into the afternoon out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. And a beautiful day is ahead for the rest of Nova Scotia with a mix of sun and cloud. We are looking at a low chance of showers moving into parts of the Tri-County area into this evening. Highs will range from 22 degrees into Yarmouth and Shelburne up to 27 in Middleton and Kentville. For Labrador City, above seasonal today as well. 28 degrees is your daytime high with a mix of sun and cloud. 22 into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at sunshine starting off your day. Some scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms late into the afternoon. So that's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Crystal.
Thank you, Latavia. Now 7:47. A cozy new cafe in Bedford, Nova Scotia transports visitors to France without traveling overseas. CTV's Mike Lamb takes us to Le Marché Parisien. No passport necessary.
Bienvenue au marché parisien. My name is Hicham. I am the co-founder of Le Marché Parisien. which means the Parisian market. So we are French. With my partner, we decided to launch this project, which is a French concept store. We also make sure that we have fresh bread every day. We bake all day long our French pastries, which are mostly made with French ingredients to provide the French experience. We do have also specialty coffee. Our barista can prepare you very nice, high-quality drinks, and a retail grocery section with a lot of imported goods that we bring directly from France. The main idea is that any customer coming in should feel traveling directly to France when seeing all the products that we offer that are really unique, with the ambience, the decoration, French music.
Un instant paisible.
We do have 50 seats capacity for dine-in, and we also have a patio outside that can accommodate 24 seats. It's almost like a time machine here, because whenever you come here, you will see that through the atmosphere, the music, the decoration, it will be unique and will make you feel like being in France some time ago. So come down to Le Marché Parisien. We are open from 7 to 7, 7 days a week, and we look forward welcoming you. Merci.
Health and medical news now. A new study reveals blueberries may help prevent diseases caused by metabolic syndrome. One of the topics in your health. One in 5 Canadians are affected by metabolic syndrome, which is a combination of medical disorders that increase the risk of heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. But University of Maine researchers found when obese lab rats ate the equivalent of 2 cups of wild blueberries a day, they had significant health changes. The antioxidants in blueberries helped decrease inflammation in the blood vessels, improving their blood flow and lowering blood pressure. Experts say it's best to eat blueberries raw, as they may lose some potency if baked in pies or muffins. According to new research, leafy greens lead to healthier lungs. The research, conducted by Australia's Edith Cowan University and published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, determined that vegetables rich in vitamin K1, like spinach and kale, can lower the risk of chronic lung disease. Researchers say about 1.5 to 2 cups of leafy greens a day is an achievable way to boost your vitamin K1 intake, and that eating more leafy greens is a simple step that could help support lung health over time. About 2 million Canadians develop chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, according to the Lung Health Foundation. Study subjects who ate the most K1-rich greens were less likely to develop it. The Public Health Agency of Canada says the disease usually appears in people older than 55.
We just have one milestone to pass along for you today. It's a 100th birthday for Raymond Amaro of Plimpton, Nova Scotia.
Happy birthday, Raymond. 100 candles on the birthday cake.
Incredible. Happy birthday.
Now, to see your milestone again or find out how to submit one, visit our website by scanning this QR code you see on your screen. And a reminder that milestones must be received at least 2 weeks in advance.
Fun things often happen when art and technology come together.
That is certainly the case in BC, where Canadiana is on display in an unexpected way. CTV's Adam Sawatsky has the story.
When you stop to wonder what Janet Mader's carrying.
These are robot wildlife.
And she introduces the robot goose as Gustav, before mentioning the robot loon is named after an iconic singer.
This is Celine Dion.
And then David Bino tells you they have a third animatronic animal.
Yeah, we've got an electric beaver.
You're grateful they agree for you to follow them into their hack space and meet who they named after a former prime minister.
His name's Lester Beaver Pearson, because Canadian history nerds and bad puns.
But also because David and Janet simply thought it would be funny to make Lester Beaver Pearson rideable.
Oh, it's hilarious.
So Janet figured out new welding techniques, while David learned all about electronics.
Whenever I get stuck kind of thing, she can usually find a way out and vice versa.
And while the other animals are featured at combat robot tournaments, with Gustav the Goose performing the halftime show and Celine Dion singing the national anthem in both official languages, Lester Beaver Pearson makes appearances all over the place.
I personally just like to inject little bits of joy.
A couple of David and Janet's friends rode the Beaver during their Canadian citizenship ceremonies over Zoom.
So they can feel like that much more Canadian while taking their oath of citizenship.
And then a bunch of their neighbors borrowed them for a nonagenarian's birthday. That's a 90-year-old's.
Nonagenarian beaver rodeo is a phrase I never thought would enter my lexicon, but it was amazing.
But best of all is when they take the Beaver out in public to build a community by offering rides to strangers.
So nice to see that you're making somebody smile, because there is so much awfulness. So it feels really important, being kind.
Like our country was created by all sorts of different people coming together to make this mosaic we call Canada, Janet and David are hoping to inspire others to build all sorts of things to make our communities more fun.
It's kind of a wonderful time to be alive, really.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News.
I love this.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome. It's worth a trip to BC just to maybe happen upon them for a chance to ride Lester Beaver Pearson.
I know. What a name.
Please
Awesome.
come to Halifax. We will definitely have you on the show if you run our region. I love that story so much.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Oh my gosh, so much to unpack there. So much to unpack.
Exactly.
Well, if you want to go for a little spin on a beaver today might be the day to do it.
Why not? The sun is shining out, and we're going to take a look at our 3-day forecast. New Brunswick, 29 degrees today. On Wednesday, midweek, we're still holding on to sunshine across the province with a high of 28. Heating up on Thursday, 30 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud. We do have some scattered showers returning into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 28 degrees today with a mix of sun and cloud. A low chance of showers moves into the Tri-County area this evening. Sunshine starts off the day on Wednesday with a high of 25. A low chance of showers returns across the province into the afternoon. And then for Thursday, we're looking at a high of 29 with a mix of sun and cloud. For Prince Edward Island, 27 degrees today and lots of sunshine remains in the forecast for Wednesday with a high of 26. 27 degrees on Thursday, looking at a mix of sun and cloud. The time now is 7:55. We'll be right back.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
It's Tuesday, July 7th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, the Canadian Patrol Submarine Project. A partnership with a German company to build 12 new submarines for Canada's Navy officially launched in Halifax Monday evening. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And summer heat safety for pets. The Nova Scotia SPCA stops by with some great advice on protecting our furry friends during the summer months. That conversation coming up, and a beautiful adoptable in about 15 minutes on Your Morning Atlantic.
Hey, good morning, Atlantic Canada. It is 8 o'clock. 8:30 if you are in Newfoundland and parts of Labrador, and a beautiful adoptable indeed.
Indeed, yes. Gorgeous creature coming in to our station. A German Shepherd.
I love a German Shepherd.
Yeah,
They're
beautiful. This one's got a really nice coat.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out more about it soon.
I grew up with one of my sister's best friends had a German Shepherd named Sticker, and Sticker loved her.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He's the best. Sticker was like the size of me when I was young.
Yeah. What a name though, Sticker.
Yep, love Sticker.
Wow.
Shout out to Sticker.
Good old Sticker. Okay.
Is it a good day for walking your dog? Oh, good morning.
We're on the same track. I was just going to say, if you're heading out to walk your dogs today, it is going to be a beautiful sunny day. We are going to see temperatures continue to rise. As of right now, it is 9 degrees in Edmundston. We are going to see lots of sunshine across New Brunswick today. Just keep in mind sun safety and hydration when you are heading out. As of right now, 12 degrees to start your day in Fredericton, 17 in Charlottetown, with 15 early this morning in Halifax, and 14 in St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a heat warning in effect for parts of Labrador. This is for this afternoon until Wednesday evening. Here's a look at that UV index, taking a bit of a jump, tracking high to very high across the maritime region. Tracking high across Newfoundland and Labrador today. And into our satellite and radar, we are going to see sunshine right across the region. We do have a low chance of showers returning into the afternoon for parts of Labrador, a chance of showers into the afternoon for Newfoundland with a risk of thunderstorms. And in terms of our wind forecast, remaining quite light to start your day, will continue to pick up for parts of the maritime region. As of right now, 24 kilometers per hour for sustained wind in North Cape, 22 in Moncton, 17 in Sydney with 15 in Charlottetown. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your local news now with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. Canada is going ahead and spending billions on a massive defensive project. And this event was held Monday in Halifax, where Prime Minister Mark Carney announced a German-based company has been selected to build 12 new submarines for the Royal Canadian Navy. The Canadian Patrol Submarine Project is being built as a step to strengthen and renew the Canadian Navy's underwater capabilities and to ensure a sustained presence in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. While promising to create thousands of jobs and drive economic opportunities for decades, the project is expected to cost more than $100 billion over its lifetime. The first of the new submarines won't be available when delivered until 2034. They'll replace the aging Victoria-class fleet. The final bids to build the submarines came down to two countries, including Korea and Germany. Ultimately, the German-based marine system was selected. Halifax Mayor Andy Fillmore spoke with CTV News after the deal for the submarines was announced and calls it a generational investment that will bring great economic opportunities and jobs to the region for decades to come.
Over the next 30 or 40 years, this could have a $100 billion impact on infrastructure, on the training of sailors, the supply lines, the maintenance of the submarines. All of these people that are going to be living and working here are going to need a place to call home. They're going to need an apartment or a home. They're going to need a bus or a road to get to work on. They're going to need to have a city that is affordable to live in. So we have our work cut out for us. Halifax will be ready. We do this well. We have been called upon by our federal government and by the world repeatedly throughout our history to step up and perform. We're being called again today, and I have great confidence that we will meet the call.
A busy section of Herring Cove Road in Halifax was closed off Monday evening around the dinner hour as a pedestrian was hit in the road. Halifax police responded to this section of Herring Cove Grove near Melwood Avenue, not far from the Armdale Rotary. Police say a pedestrian and driver of the vehicle were involved in a collision. Traffic was being rerouted in the area. There's no word from police on any injuries or charges. Another motor vehicle collision closed this section of Dunbrack Street near Osborne Street in Halifax. The three-vehicle collision involved a sedan that had flipped over on its roof, and a traffic light was taken down. Halifax Fire, Police, and EHS were on scene. Police say no one involved was injured. Fire crews in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley responded to a tractor fire in a farmer's field along the dikes in Port Williams Monday. The Greenwich Fire Department received the call just after 3:30 p.m. Deputy Fire Chief Chris McKenzie told CTV News the fire started on a tractor working in the field. Crews were able to quickly contain the fire, which was limited to the tractor and around 20-foot radius of grass surrounding the machine. No injuries were reported. Greenwich Fire was assisted by fire crews from Port Williams, Wolfville, and Kentville. New Brunswickers want better access to water and easier access to permits. That's according to a new report released by the province. 600 people weighed in on the issue at public meetings, conversations, and an online survey. A big issue was a lack of easy-to-follow information, while others called for more enforcement and better protection of drinking water sources.
People want better and stronger protection of water, long-term sustainability for our water, our drinking water and our water in the province.
This comes as the province seeks to renew the Clean Water Act, which hasn't been updated in almost 4 decades. The Environment Minister hopes to implement changes this time next year. And finally, the summer heat has finally arrived and the beaches are busy. And the timing couldn't be better for one of the Maritime's busiest tourist spots. CTV's Derek Haggett has more.
After a rainy June, beach season is back and attendance is picking up at Parley. Oh my God, yes, a lot more people. The beach, actually, the parking lot was full. There was a lot of people on the beach. Everything's going good so far.
Better start of July than June, so we're already seeing people coming at the beach, especially like today. It's sunny. You can see all the blue umbrellas and people on the beach, so it's definitely better this month.
The province has introduced a new daily pass that can be purchased online, so sunseekers can avoid the lineups at the main gate. As for the swimming advisories that have plagued Parley in recent years, they haven't been much of an issue so far this season.
We've been lucky that swimming has been good since the beginning of the season.
Go!
Things are also warming up at the Pointe du Chien Wharf.
The whole area, Shediac, Parley Beach, and Pointe du Chien, is in great shape, and we're optimistic. And there's a lot of people staying around Canada these days, and we still have lots of friends from down south coming to see us.
We didn't have a great June last year either, but you know, some of the locals and tourists traveling through have been getting on board because we go rain or shine.
These tourists from Rhode Island come back every summer.
We visit family, we like the beaches, and it's a good time.
There's nothing like being around the wharf and Shediac in general in the summer. It's the best place in the world.
And the area is about to get even busier because the annual Shediac Lobster Festival is well underway, with events going day and night right up until Sunday. Derek Haggett, CTV News, Shediac, New Brunswick.
We've been talking about that Lobster Fest.
Yes, we just had them on the show yesterday. Wonderful conversation.
It looked incredible, that long table.
Yeah, I know. Shediac is awesome. Like any time, but particularly in the summer, and particularly during Lobster Festival. Another place you might want to go when you get a chance is Madrid.
I mean, why not?
Why not? Their annual Pride race has been run. It's a speedy affair where you do not wear traditional spikes like a normal track and field athlete. Yeah, you wear, as you can see, high heels to sprint the 100-meter race. Some actually tape their ankles to secure them. This person did not, though, on the cobblestone streets. Yes.
Wow.
Can you imagine sprinting? There we go. That person has the ankles taped. That's smart. But there you go. 100-meter dash in high heels.
Wow. That's impressive.
I know. I would happily go see that in person. Look at them go.
I mean, high heels are very useful in many situations. My sister used hers once to climb her way up the driveway when it was sheer ice.
Really? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'd love to see that. That would
we could run. I think we're wearing proper footwear for that.
You are
race.
not. Well, you actually have the ankle support there.
Yeah, exactly. We're good.
Yeah, I wonder how high is high heels, like if they measure the heels. Yeah. Because like these boots that I'm wearing have a low kitten heel.
That's true.
And I really could probably run a 1,500 in these. But there's probably height, minimum requirement.
Maybe.
Yeah. Gotta go
in any case, there's certainly a lot of rules when it comes around FIFA.
Yes.
The games are happening now. They're beginning to get down to the boiling down to its essence. But because of that, CTV, TSN, and Crave, that's where you can watch the coverage. However, tonight, because of coverage, the 5 and 6 o'clock newscasts will be moved to this channel, CTV2. You can get the details at that QR code or at ctvnewsatlantic.ca. Today's one of the days when both newscasts are moved to this station.
Yes, indeed. Lots going on FIFA still, even though all 3 host nations are no longer competing for the championship.
This is why sports is exciting. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Go Norway.
Norway does the row.
Norway does the row.
Oh, that's
the Viking row.
Yeah, that's really good.
And Erling Haaland has emerged as one of the best footballers of the tournament.
There
So,
always. Is that the blonde guy?
Yeah. The one that looks like a Viking?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that guy. Okay. All right, well, time now to take a quick break. And of course, after the break, we will have a look at your national and international headlines. But look at this beautiful look at Brookvale, PEI right now. Stunning.
Happy Tuesday, Atlantic Canada. The time now is 8:13. Taking a live look at Halls Harbor. Beautiful sunshine to start your day. 16 degrees as of right now, and temperatures will continue to heat up above seasonal for our daytime highs. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. In terms of our current temperatures, as of right now, it is 17 degrees heading outdoors in Halifax. Now 19 in both Sydney and Charlottetown. 16 degrees early this morning in Fredericton. 20 now in Happy Valley, Goose Bay, and 15 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. We do have a heat warning now now in place for parts of Labrador this afternoon until Wednesday evening. Going to hold on to some muggy, warm weather, so keep that in mind if you are headed out in that area. Sun safety, hydration, as we see the sunshine stick around across Atlantic Canada today. Then into the afternoon, a low chance of showers for parts of Labrador and scattered showers into the late this afternoon for parts of Newfoundland with a risk of thunderstorms. Into tonight, increasing cloudiness. We are going to see a low chance of showers into the southwestern region of Nova Scotia. Other than that, though, fog patches will develop, burn off into early Wednesday morning, and sunshine is expected to return. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, it's going to remain quite light for both Newfoundland and Labrador today. For a forecast for New Brunswick, heating up around 21 degrees in Grand Manan, up to 31 in Miramichi. Lots of sunshine, increasing cloudiness this afternoon, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. Prince Edward Island, highs between 24 degrees in Surrey, up to 29 in Tignish. Sunshine throughout your day today and light wind out of the southwest, only 20 kilometers per hour. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, lots of sunshine, increasing cloudiness for parts of eastern Nova Scotia, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud. Wind will pick up into the afternoon out of the southwest, 20 gusting to 40. Daytime highs will range from 21 in Canso up to 29 in Sydney. For the rest of Nova Scotia, we are going to see sunshine throughout your day as well. Daytime highs between 22 to 27. We do have a low chance of some shower activity into the evening for parts of the Tri-County area. And Labrador City warming up as well today with a high of 28, a mix of sun and cloud, with 22 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Looking at some scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms late this afternoon. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. Thousands of core public servants are now required to be back at work in person at least 4 days a week. CTV's Rachel Aiello has more on why the mandated return is being met with pushback.
Some federal public servants started their work week protesting the start of a new policy, mandating them to be in the office 4 days a week.
It's not actually about doing a better job. It's about being seen to be there to check off a box on someone's list.
It's one more day than was already required, and workers say it won't make them any more productive.
I'm coming into the office to do basically what I would do at home, and it's just a little bit more difficult because, you know, the person next to me is on a phone call, the person in front of me is on a phone call.
Others said the change complicates their childcare or their commute.
It does eat up a bit of my day, which is kind of annoying.
Several departments don't have enough space for all staff to work comfortably, some delaying rolling out the new rule.
You can't say we're going to convert a bunch of our buildings to housing, we're going to downsize real estate, and at the same time, we're going to increase the amount of in-office days.
The Treasury Board says the shift to more in-person time is to support the Prime Minister's ambitious agenda. And today, the Finance Minister said it's about efficiency.
We need to bring people back to deliver service to Canadians.
Human resource experts say in the private sector, the trend is also towards more in-office time, but it can result in declining job satisfaction.
You have to really balance the benefits of the flexibility with the costs.
The unions say while their efforts so far haven't stopped the policy from coming into effect, doesn't mean their fight is over. They vowed to continue fighting the government through legal, bargaining, public, and political avenues. Rachel Aiello, CTV News, Ottawa.
Astronaut Jeremy Hansen is leaving the Canadian Space Agency. The agency says Hansen will pursue new professional opportunities beginning in September, but he will continue to serve as a reservist with the Royal Canadian Air Force. No word yet on what the new opportunities are. Hansen's work on the historic Artemis II mission captivated Canadians and showcased Canada's role in space exploration on the world stage. His departure leaves the Canadian Space Agency with 3 active astronauts. Air Canada is once again scaling back flights to the United States. That's amid high costs of jet fuel as well as lower demand for trips south of the border. The airline is halting or delaying 8 transborder routes starting in the fall. 3 routes from Toronto and Montreal to the American Midwest will be canceled for the 2nd winter in a row. In addition, 3 seasonal routes to Florida from Ottawa, Montreal, and Quebec City will start a few months later in December instead of October. Meantime, 2 previously suspended routes from Montreal and Toronto to JFK, New York won't be coming back this winter. Time now for a quick break, but stay with us because we will meet an adorable adoptable coming up just after this.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back. It's almost 8:22. Summer is finally here, and it's safe to say that while we all enjoy fun in the sun with our four-legged family members, it's important to keep safety in mind, and summer poses unique risks to a pet's health. Sarah Lyon of the Nova Scotia SPCA returns to help us get prepared so that our animals can have the best summer ever, including Sadie, today's adoptable. Hello there. How are you, Sarah?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Love your summer outfit.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's talk about Sadie. She is absolutely beautiful.
She is. She is a 4-year-old who needs a home that doesn't have really small children because she has a lot of energy. So she is looking for an active household, take her on hikes, but also spend some time teaching her some manners.
She's certainly gorgeous. So she's 4. This is a great time to have a conversation about adopting. I'd say she's a middle-aged dog, then beginning to enter middle age.
Yes.
Can you teach an old dog new tricks?
You can. You just have to have that dedicated time to give them. And we always say, you know, come in and talk to our wonderful teams at the shelter who can help and offer advice.
And I know from my own, hey, Sadie, I know she loves treats. Sadie, would you like a treat? Would you like a treat, girl? Here, I'm gonna just come right down. There you go, sweet girl. Yeah, she's gorgeous. She's, her coat is incredible. Look at the cameras. There we go. What a pretty girl. And she is gentle and kind in her ways. She's just like a bull in the china shop.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, so she's so
slobbery. Some slobbery kisses.
Slobbery. All right. Well, a dog like Sadie, gosh, she will make a home very happy, especially when she's had a few little manner lessons. But she's a good girl. Sadie has quite a coat on her. And
yes.
I've had a dog in the past who has a big winter coat on. It can be very hot for all dogs, but particularly a long-haired breed like that. You shouldn't go. She's over there. She's going to get head off. She didn't even go. She's just going to go have a little moment. That's fine. So it gives us a chance to put a spotlight on safety for pets. So for a long-haired dog particularly, what do we have to know in the summertime?
So really what we want to do is we always say it's best to keep them at home.
Yeah.
Right? We talk a lot about dogs in hot cars, but it's best to keep them at home, but home has to be safe too.
Yeah.
So if we're going to be outside, we're going to limit how much time we are. You know, we're not just going to put them on the deck to let them enjoy the sun. Always going to have fresh water, but find a spot in the house that's cool, that's calm, if that's a fan, an AC, if that's just your curtains drawn on your windows so the heat's not getting in. Finding ways for enrichment. So, you know, the shelters are also experiencing this heat wave across the province. So they've been doing a lot of indoor enrichment, you know, with the puzzles, the treat mats, and when they're outside, you know, a kiddie pool that you can get at a store. Sadie loves to be in the kiddie pools. She loves like the splash pad, the hose. So some time outside, but limiting it.
That's super smart. Let's talk about, like, the dog. I mean, I know from my own experience, I've had heat stroke before, and it came on very suddenly. How can we recognize if our pets are getting in distress in the heat?
You're going to be able to tell by the way that they're breathing. So same as us. Like, are they sucking in air, you know, so that you can, like, on the ribs.
Yep.
And what you want to do is you want to take, like, a towel. You want to dampen the towel, and not fully soaking wet of cold water. Place that, or a t-shirt, place that on them in front of a fan and let them cool down.
Okay.
But if you're seeing that they are, you know, distracted and dizzy, you know, that kind of sign in an animal, you're going to want to go to emerge.
Okay, good to know. Anything else people need to know? For example, it's this time of celebrations. In my household, there's a lot of hot dogs and birthday cake this time of year. Yes. How can we keep our pets' health top of mind when we're celebrating?
So we want to have them at our celebrations, but we want to keep them away from grills so that they're not getting near a hot grill. We love s'mores, but we don't want them around the fire pit. We want them at the picnic. We don't want them eating our picnic food. So making sure that you have their treats, making sure that you have their food packed and fresh water packed in a way for them to eat so that they can participate safely.
Okay. Well, Sarah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you to Sadie for coming in today. I hope you find a wonderful home. You're a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. So, Latavia, I think, do you have room in your household for one more dog? No, I don't think so.
I think I'd be out of a home, Crystal. Taking a look yet again at our 3-day forecast. Lots of sunshine across New Brunswick. A high of 29 degrees today. 28 on Wednesday, looking at a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. Heating up to 30 on Thursday. A mix of sun and cloud, but we do have some scattered showers into the afternoon. For Nova Scotia, 28 degrees today. Lots of sunshine across the province. We do have some evening showers expected for the Tri-County area. 25 degrees on Wednesday. A mix of sun and cloud. A low chance of showers expected into the afternoon. 29 on Thursday with a mix of sun and cloud. For Prince Edward Island, 27 degrees with sunny skies. 26 on Wednesday, holding on to sunshine across the province. And then on Thursday, 27 with a mix of sun and cloud. Time now is 8:26.
Coming up in this half hour, DIY Summer Essentials. Lifestyle contributor Charlotte Sigmund shares some of her favorite items for summer. That's coming up in this half hour of Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning, Atlantic, Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. The time now is 8:29. Still a half hour of the show. Summer is summering outside.
It sure is.
Yeah, I'm happy to see it.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, let that sunshine.
I know. So, I mean, these days are so special. We have so few of them. It's just so nice.
I know.
I really can't wait
We
to get
have
out.
so few of
We
them.
do, because like, the winter is like a good half of the year, kind of, and then here we are, the most sweet days of summer. A little hot for some. You two like the heat, though, don't you?
Come at me.
Love it.
I like it in moderation. I like to have a little place to escape, like when you're out in the heat.
I love the heat, but I hate sleeping in the heat.
Yes.
That's my thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm looking forward to chatting with Charlotte about ways to refresh our outdoor spaces on our own, which is something that's fun to do on a hot day. In any case, it's now exactly 8:30. What are we looking at weather-wise, Latavia?
Well, the sun is shining across the region already, as you can see over in Port de Grave. Beautiful sunshine sticking around throughout the day today, so keep in mind sun safety. Make sure to have sunscreen, hats on the ready, and also stay hydrated. Temperatures already beginning to rise. 19 degrees starting off your day in Sydney and Charlottetown, with 16 early this morning in Fredericton, 18 degrees in Bathurst, now 20 in Happy Valley Goose Bay, 15 in St. John's, Newfoundland. Now, Labrador is going to feel that heat. We do have a heat warning in place for parts of the province this afternoon until Wednesday evening. Here's a look at the UV index, now tracking high to very high across the maritime region. For Newfoundland and Labrador, tracking high throughout your day today as well. And in terms of our satellite and radar, we are going to see lots of sunshine across the region. A low chance of showers this afternoon for parts of Labrador. Scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms late into the afternoon for parts of Newfoundland. In terms of our wind forecast, we are going to see wind pickup for parts of the maritime region into the afternoon. As of right now, 28 kilometers per hour in North Cape, 26 in Moncton, 19 in Sydney with 15 in Charlottetown. Still no wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take one last look at your weather forecast coming up. But first, one last look at your local news with Brianne.
Thank you, Latavia. A beautiful day to get out and about. In Halifax, Monday evening, Prime Minister Mark Carney announced a German-based company has been selected to build 12 new submarines for the Royal Canadian Navy. The Canadian Patrol Submarine Project is being built as a step to strengthen and renew the Canadian Navy's underwater capabilities and to ensure a sustained presence in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. While promising to create thousands of jobs and drive economic opportunities for decades, the project is expected to cost more than $100 billion over its lifetime. The decision includes extensive promises of that economic spinoff for the Canadian economy. CTV's Paul Hollingsworth tackles the implications in Halifax in particular.
When he first heard about the contract for Canada's new submarine fleet, Ken Hansen says it was also a message from our country to the rest of the world.
We are serious and we are coming.
And Halifax will play a central role going forward. A retired commander with the Royal Canadian Navy, Hansen now works as a defense analyst and researcher. He says the rollout will be slow. It will take years before new submarines appear in Halifax Harbor.
The first thing people will see will be the infrastructure development.
To produce an expanded Navy footprint in a city that has a naval tradition going back almost 300 3 centuries. The new submarine contract is expected to create thousands of jobs. Hansen says many of them will likely be in Halifax.
This is fantastic economic news for the city. It reminds me of Edmonton when the oil boom started.
This announcement comes as Halifax is experiencing population growth and the shipbuilding industry has been busy producing Navy and Coast Guard vessels.
It's a good thing for Halifax. I think it puts us back on that map.
University professor Ed McHugh worked for 25 years with the Nova Scotia Community College. McHugh says building the new fleet of submarines will require an influx of workers. He expects young people in this area to pursue skilled trades programs.
If I was looking ahead and predicting where I could get a job and stay in Atlantic Canada, I'd certainly have a real hard look at some of the trades courses.
There are questions about where a new submarine facility will be built. Halifax's shoreline is already crowded with Navy ships and buildings, which means other locations on both sides of the harbor will need to be considered. Paul Hollingsworth, CTV News, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
People in Cape Breton have been raising a stink about garbage piling up, and as the hot weather continues, it's a growing problem. CTV's Ryan McDonald has more.
When people put their garbage at the end of the driveway on pickup day, they expect it to be gone by day's end. But for a lot of folks, it's been inconsistent.
Very unhappy about it. I mean, I had to get up and take my garbage to the dump.
Joe Stevens says his trash was left at the curb outside his Whitney Pier home last Friday, a day when the temperature reached about 30 degrees, and he wasn't the only one.
My 79-year-old sister's garbage didn't get picked up next to me. Her garbage had to go to the dump. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people older than me and how they get their garbage to the dump, and once it starts to smell, it ain't pretty.
Sometimes people will go multiple weeks without having their garbage collected.
District 8 Councillor Stephen McNeil says missed solid waste pickups have been a problem in his area too. It's been an issue since the Cape Breton Regional Municipality switched from a private contractor to having its own staff do the work, and McNeil has gotten plenty of complaints.
The most so far since being elected, hands down. So again, I'm really eager to go to work for our residents and get something changed here.
Because of all the inconvenience, the CBRM recently announced it would be removing the tipping fees here at the city dump for the time being, adding that people will get at least 2 weeks' notice before they are reinstated.
It's a very big deal when people's garbage doesn't get picked up. I mean, that's something we rely on. It's a service that's very important to citizens. We recognize that.
This spokesperson for the city says there have been human resources issues in the deployment of the new service, including staff and equipment shortages. She's assuring people that fixing the problem one way or another is a top priority.
I would say that almost anything could be on the table to discuss how the changes could be worked out so that we get back to service that people need.
Councillor McNeil adds that he'll put the issue forward as an agenda request for the July 30th council meeting to try and solve this for good. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Coxheath, Nova Scotia.
And finally, a clash of soccer titans Monday as Spain defeated Portugal, bringing an end to one superstar's World Cup career.
Ferran Torres, we might not need extra time.
Yes, that late goal made it 1-0 Spain in the 92nd minute, knocking out Portugal and captain Cristiano Ronaldo out of the tournament. The 41-year-old has played and scored in 6 straight World Cups, the first player to reach that accomplishment. His first World Cup appearance was 20 years ago in 2006, and he said this would be his last. The iconic number 7 said post-game he was thankful for all soccer has done for him, and I know the soccer world is thankful for all he's done to grow the game as well. So take your flowers, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Tip of the hat.
Well deserved.
Amazing career.
Yeah.
So inspiring.
So Spain moves on. Belgium moves on, France moves on, Morocco moves on, Norway moves on, England moves on.
Very exciting.
I don't know what happens next.
I know. Well, anything can happen. That's what's so fun about live sports.
Yep, and one and done games.
You know how much I love trains, Brianne. I do. And I also love China. I've been there. I know you actually lived in Hong Kong for a while. So there are a few train rides, probably as beautiful as this particular one. It's in eastern China, and tourists can take a little miniature train through a lotus-filled pond. Isn't that neat? It's a 1 kilometer trek. It's a new feature at this wildlife park. 10,000 people ride this little mini train per day. So they must have a lot of them because there's not very many people in that one. Yeah, it looks like a really neat place to visit. Have you been here, Brienne?
I don't believe I've been to this one.
It's gorgeous.
It looks really
I've been to
cool.
something similar, but no, I don't think I've been to this particular one.
Yeah.
Can't confirm. Might need to call Barb Foley for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Phone a friend. Phone a friend.
Anyway, big lotuses like that. I've just never seen anything quite like this
Even the
before.
boats are gorgeous.
Yeah, like what a neat spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boating in Asia is one of my favorite things.
Yeah?
Lovely.
Sounds
Okay,
magical.
not in our region though. That's where you can.
Boating in our region, though.
You could, there's so
absolutely.
much, so much boating.
The tiki boat.
Yeah, that's definitely on the bucket list.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a look at our community calendar. The Bazaar and Neptune comes up this weekend in Shediac. From 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Saturday, July 11th, the day will be filled with wonderful finds, flavors, and experiences. For a full breakdown of events, head over to their Facebook event page. And the Strawberry Social returns to the Argyle Shore Community Center in PEI. Tonight at 6 p.m., come out and enjoy local berries, baked goods, a bouncy castle, and lots of community fun.
Okay.
That sounds incredible. And the Atlantic Kite Festival will be held on Saturday, July 11th until July 12th. Head to the Garrison Grounds in Halifax to enjoy a family-friendly celebration that attracts thousands of locals as well as visitors across the region. Head over to the website for additional information. And if you do have an upcoming event, please send us the details. We'd love to promote it. Your Morning Atlantic at ctv.ca.
Love the Kite Festival.
Oh, I know. I was
Beautiful.
just thinking that. Didn't you get to make a kite last year?
I did, yeah.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful event to go down and check out if you're in the area, yeah.
Now I'm going to have Mary Poppins in my head.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go fly a kite. Oh my gosh. Suddenly the control room says it's time for a break.
Weird.
Wow.
We start singing and here you go. Just
What a
like
surprise.
that. But speaking of doing it yourself, Charlotte Sigmund will share some of her summer essentials right after this. So don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back. The time now is 8:43. Taking a live look at McAdam. 13 degrees to start your day. A bit of a cloudier start to the day. We are expecting clouds to continue to clear out. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. Temperatures already beginning to rise. As of right now, it is 15 degrees in New Yarmouth, 19 in Sydney with 17 in Halifax. 16 degrees starting off your day in Fredericton, and 19 degrees early this morning in Charlottetown with 20 in Happy Valley Goose Bay. 15 in St. John's, Newfoundland. We are seeing some heat move into Labrador today with a heat warning for parts of the province this afternoon until Wednesday evening. Over to our forecast timeline. We had a bit of fog early this morning already, but has burned off. We are seeing a bit of cloud coverage, but still seeing lots of sunshine across the region today. A beautiful, sunny, hot day is ahead. Into the afternoon, a low chance of showers will move into parts of Labrador, into Newfoundland, looking at a chance of some scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms into this evening. Into this evening, increasing cloudiness is expected, especially across parts of Nova Scotia. Temperatures remain quite warm into the overnight hours, though, and we do have a low chance of showers moving into the southwestern region of Nova Scotia. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, going to remain quite light across Newfoundland and Labrador. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will be heating up. 21 for Grand Manan, up to 31 in Miramichi. Lots of sunshine. Increasing cloudiness is expected, still being left with a mix of sun and cloud, and light wind expected out of the south today. For Prince Edward Island, daytime highs between 24 degrees in Surrey, up to 29 in Tignish. Sunny skies throughout your day today. Light wind out of the southwest, only at 20 kilometers per hour. And then for Cape Breton and eastern Nova Scotia, also going to be a beautiful sunny day ahead. Daytime highs will range from 21 degrees in Canso up to 29 in Sydney. Wind gusts getting up to 40 this afternoon. For the rest of Nova Scotia, a mix of sun and cloud. A low chance of showers will move into the Tri-County area this evening. Highs will range from 22 to 27. For Labrador City, heating up as well today with a high of 28, a mix of sun and cloud throughout your day. 22 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, starting off the day with lots of sunshine. We are looking at some scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms into the afternoon. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Crystal.
All right, welcome back, Charlotte Sigmund. It's 8:46, and it's that time of year when we're looking to freshen our outdoor spaces, which we can do ourselves if we have the right stuff. So our partner and livestock contributor, Charlotte Spingman, is here to help us repurpose, refresh, and make the most of summer. Great to see you.
Great to see you too. Good morning.
Good morning to you. You've again brought some wonderful products.
So many goodies.
Let's start with cleaning things up, which is something that I've been putting off.
Well, here's the thing. Now that it's summer, we're spending more time outdoors on our balconies, our patios, but that means one more space to clean, right?
Yes.
So this is my go-to from Mean Green. This is their refillable ultra-powered concentrate, and I brought you two of my favorites. This is the refillable glass cleaner and the refillable multi-purpose cleaner.
Okay.
So I want to show you what's really exciting about this. If I pick this up, can we get a good shot of this?
There still.
Okay, I've got it.
Best job, yeah.
So dual chamber design, which means on one side we have the concentrate for the product. So here we have the glass cleaner. In this one we have the multi-purpose cleaner. The other side is refilled with tap water.
Oh.
So you don't need any special solutions. You don't need to measure it. You can literally bring this up to your sink, unscrew the cap, fill it with tap water, and then one of these refillable bottles will make up to the same amount as 4 regular size bottles. So also budget friendly.
We love saving money around here.
We love.
Yes.
Smells great, plant-based, mineral ingredients as well. And so I use the glass cleaner on my patio. I have one of those glass top coffee tables. And because it's on the roof, it gets really dusty and grimy. So I use this, no streaks at all.
Wow.
And then the multi-purpose cleaner on all of those surfaces that you would use a regular multi-purpose on. So maybe the frames for your chairs and your table, deck box. I have a lot of those accessories like lanterns and those kind of things. So this works really well for that.
I'm just gonna take a little sniff at it.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
No, it smells actually it's very light and fresh.
It's really nice and really fun to use. So even you can get your teenager in on it.
I love it. Okay, you're right up my alley. This is the modern spray paint.
Okay, so I felt like that you would love this. I
do.
feel like you're a little bit of a DIYer. So this is from Rust-Oleum. This is their low odor spray paint. So one thing that I love about this is that it's water-based.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what makes it low odor. It's also really quick drying. Okay, so this is me going over a bench that my girlfriend and I thrifted. So what I love about this, look at the finished product.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that lovely? If I saw that in store, I would want to buy that. It's a DIY. We also DIY'd the plant pot, so you can use the Rust-Oleum low odor spray paint on multiple surfaces. So a really fun and again budget-friendly way to refresh your outdoor spaces.
Yeah.
Over a dozen colors, so these are some of my favorites that I chose here.
Yeah, you always do such a great job of picking the colors.
Thank you.
But they're really fun. Like you can get the high gloss, you can get this kind of matte or
lots of different finishes.
Satin-type finish. Like it's truly what's nice about the Rust-Oleum too. Indoor, outdoor.
Yep.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've got a couple projects that definitely could use it.
I was gonna say that could be a really fun afternoon to do with a friend, right? Me, I'll come over.
Yeah, do it. Come on by. This is really neat. I love this idea. We were just talking yesterday about keeping kids entertained in the car. This is a little more, a bit of a throwback. It's super modern, but it's like kind of a little bit like what we had as kids.
Well, that's right. Okay, so this is from Yoto, and these are the Yoto Minis, and this is a screenless audio player. So I want to show you how lightweight this is. It's perfect for little hands. You can get these sleeves to protect them, so your kids can really have autonomy over the device. They can handle it themselves. And then I'll show you how it works. So Yoto has all of these different cards that you buy. They have music, stories, activities. There's over 1,400 different stories, songs, and games and activities on them. So the card goes in here. And right away, we're having a little dance party, right?
Yes. Oh, wow, what fun. You could actually have the kids DJ a dance party, but then there's these little headphones so they can sit quietly in the car, right?
Okay, so that's right. I mean, maybe we want to listen to the music and entertainment too, or maybe we want a little quiet time, but they can have, you can get a travel kit so they can bring their Mini with them, and like you said, wireless headphones so that they can have their own kind of party going on, and we're doing our own thing up front.
Okay, all right, DJ, let's fire up one more before we go to break.
Okay, one more. Okay, so this is a favorite. Let me see if you love this one too.
K-pop Demon Hunters? Oh my gosh, what haven't they thought of? I love it. All right, Charlotte, great ideas. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, wonderful. We are going to take a little break and wrap up the show right after this. Crank it as we go to break. This is.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes. All right. We'll see you in about 2 minutes' time.
show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Hi, welcome back. Well, we got some responses to our Move Morning Chat today. We were asking, what's something you stopped buying and don't really miss? Hey. All right, so here we go. Nicole from Truro says Tim Hortons.
Ooh, all Tim Hortons products.
Oh my goodness.
Interesting.
My heart just stopped.
Right?
For me, I don't buy coffee in the world unless I'm traveling.
Oh. No,
yeah,
I always.
Where Brienne is like always.
It's something so different about buying a coffee outside your home. It's delicious.
If I don't have to work for it, I think it just tastes sweeter. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
What's wrong with me? All right. Well, Nicole Ross says she stopped buying perfume years ago. She has too many allergies that she's suffering in her life, so she stopped and actually doesn't miss the price tag. And you know what? Those distinct scents aren't necessary. See, Nicole and I are on the same page.
Yeah. A lot of people, because of the scent-free environment.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
challenging for people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Honestly, and like I said, like you can get a lot of good scents in your body lotion.
Exactly.
Right? And then it soaks in a little bit better, I find, in your lotion. Yeah. And like you don't necessarily, it's not one of those like overwhelming.
Exactly.
I had a grade 5 teacher, Madame Plante. Sorry, Madame Plante, I'm calling you out, but she wore so much perfume, so you just like knew when Madame Plante was coming.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
You know?
That was her signature scent. Overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I remember a flight. I was sat beside a person with intensely strong cologne, and it was really
kind of choke.
It was difficult to breathe, honestly. But there's nothing you could do.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a good one. For me, the dryer sheets. I find that actually I don't know. I don't buy as much stuff in general as I used to. I'm really in this kick of using stuff up that I've purchased, and you'd be amazed at how long things last.
Yeah,
it's very true.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if you've watched us at all, that we all love to thrift, and I love like the quality of like older clothes.
Yes.
Because it's so different than the quality now, right?
Yep.
So it's just like, it's one of those things, right? You're just like being cognitive of the environment and like reduce, reuse, recycle, and all that fun stuff. So.
Exactly.
But the not buying stuff does save money. Like the other day I needed hand lotion, and I thought, oh, I better buy hand lotion. And then I thought, I'll check if I have it at home. I had like 4 good bottles that were half used. And so now it's going to be a year and a half before that's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
All right. That's a good long while.
Totally. Fun little video maybe to end the show. If you're a parent, you can relate to this one. It's very cute and short. It's just a mama raccoon helping the babies.
Oh, the babies.
Look at them go.
Baby trash pandas.
Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
But she's helping. She's carrying them. See, she's carrying them because they're and that last little one is like struggling.
She's like, oh, I have to go back again. My back.
I feel like that's how my mom felt with us growing up because there was 4 of us.
And we're going to end with a look at our friend Helene, the eagle.
Oh, Helene,
who was a baby in an egg just weeks ago, and now she's such a big girl. And I wonder if she gets lonely on the nest because Bruce and Suji don't pop by as much as they used to.
Wow.
They're on vacation.
You're going from like absent parents to the raccoon who's there.
Or conversely, maybe she's just enjoying her free-found independence. In any case, Helene, we salute you. It is a little breezy in Cape Breton today. So enjoy this summery day, everybody. See you tomorrow.